Is this Ryobi Circular Saw the answer when it comes to budget-friendly circular saws? Let's find out. Okay, so let's take a look at what comes in the box. Obviously, you're getting the circular saw, operator's manual, you get the dust port right here, and finally, you're gonna get this 7¼ inch Ryobi circular saw blade. The reason I picked up this Ryobi circular saw is because until now, this was the only circular saw that I had in my shop. It's a 5 3/8 circular saw by Milwaukee. There's a review on the channel of me going into this, all the details of this saw. It's a great saw, but it's not a full, it's not like a full-size circular saw. So it's great for breaking down 2x4s and plywood. That's about it. So I was really excited to test out this Ryobi circular saw. There's almost zero assembly required for the circular saw out of the box. You just have to install the blade. Ryobi makes that super simple. They have arrows that show you which way your blade needs to be oriented. There's a blade lock mechanism right here. So when you're tightening down your blade with that Allen key, you can keep your blade in the locked position. And you also have on-tool Allen key storage. I would say that for most power tools I see, at least any kind of TTI brand power tools, this is pretty standard. I am a huge fan of that though, because if you're like me, if you don't have a spot for that Allen key, it's going to get lost. So I think it's just nice to have that on the tool. And then as far as the dust port, it's literally just kind of locks in. It's one screw, really, really easy to install. As far as overall feel, the quality of the tool, I would give it, man, probably an 8 out of 10. I mean, it feels really good. Most of your body of the tool is plastic. You've got a lot of this hardened rubber in the high contact areas, like your trigger handle, your other handle right here, even out here where the motor kind of sticks out a little bit. All that's hard rubber. This right here is metal, and your base is metal. I will say the only part of the tool that I'm like, man, I really wish this felt a little bit more robust, a little bit more quality, is on this blade guard right here. This is plastic, and it doesn't even feel like great quality plastic. Once again, I compared a lot of things to Milwaukee. This blade guard is also plastic, but to me it just feels a lot more robust. Some of the basic features, it's pretty much just your bread and butter circular saw, but I'll walk you through it. Of course, you have your dust port right here. At the back of the saw, you have your blade adjustment. Remember, a good safety principle for not just circular saws, but also table saws, really any kind of saw, is you want the minimum amount of blade exposed as possible. So you want this blade to be about 1/8 to 3/16 beyond what you're cutting, but you don't want to be cutting, let's say, a sheet of plywood and have 2.5 inches of blade exposed. That's just not safe. It increases the chance of injury when you do that. This saw has a cut capacity of between 0 and 56 degrees, which is really, really nice. I think all circular saws pretty much now go a little over 45. I think I've seen some that go up to like 48 degrees, but 56 degrees is really, really nice. I would have loved to see positive stops at like, 22.5 degrees and frankly 45 degrees. The only positive stop you get is at 0 degrees, and I guess technically at 56 degrees, because that's where the bevel stops. So I know this is a very like basic bare bones circular saw, but that would have been a really nice feature to see. I do love that when you are making a cut, it gives you a guideline for when you're cutting at 0 degrees or making a 90-degree cut essentially, or when your bevel is set to 45 degrees and you're making a 45-degree bevel cut. It's going to tell you which line to be watching. A couple of other features, you do have a safety right here so you don't start the saw without meaning to, and it's ambidextrous. So whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you can release that safety to start your saw. And you have an LED light, which is a nice touch. We'll see how effective it is or not, but I do like to see that feature on circular saws because you're usually following a cut line, so a good light can be a nice touch. One more note about this circular saw is this is a Ryobi One Plus HP tool. The HP stands for high performance, and this is in the brushless line of Ryobi tools. I've heard a lot about a lot of these brushless Ryobi tools. I've tested a few tools on the channel that are not brushless, like the Ryobi router and the Ryobi jigsaw, and they've been solid, like solid beginner woodworking tools. So I'll be really curious to see the power of this HP line. I'll be testing this saw with 2 batteries. This is the Ryobi One Plus 2 amp battery, and then right here I have the Ryobi One Plus 18 volt lithium 4 amp battery. So I'll kind of see if the better battery, the more powerful battery, the 4 amp, is worth you purchasing. Excited to give you my thoughts on that. Oh, one more thing that's nice about these One Plus batteries is all of the One Plus batteries give you a charge indicator on the battery. I'm a huge fan of that. There's actually some Milwaukee batteries that don't do that, and I'm a huge fan of that feature. And of course, with any power tool, make sure when you're making adjustments to your tool that you don't have a battery installed. That's very, very critical. That's shop safety 101. All right, so let's throw a battery in this circular saw. Let's put it to the test. Started off making some just basic cuts on a 1x6. The 2 amp battery did fine there. Switched over to a pressure treated 2x4, and the 2 amp battery was able to cut through it fine, but once I switched over to the 4 amp battery, I was able to just notice a substantial difference. The saw was having to not work as hard to cut through the lumber, and obviously this will give me longer battery life as well. Hey, really quickly, before we finish up this tool review, if you can just do me 2 favors. 1, hit the like button. Secondly, hit the subscribe button. I'll go ahead and give you a chance to do that. Sweet, thank you so much. Subscribing, it just makes my videos easier to find for you in the future, and it's the way to get back on YouTube. I really appreciate it. All right, enough of that. Let's keep on going with these tool reviews. Overall thoughts on this Ryobi circular saw. I would say, honestly, should you buy this? I think yes, it's fine if you need a entry-level circular saw. Circular saws, personally, for me, I don't think of them as tools to make super accurate cuts. I think about quick and dirty cuts. I think about framing up things. I think about cutting down sheet goods to approximate sizes. That's kind of what I think about when I think about the way, at least I generally use a circular saw. If I need something with precision accuracy, I'm going to be using a table saw or a track saw or some other kind of tool. And so, yeah, for this purpose, I think this is a great circular saw. It's plenty powerful, especially if you have the 4 amp battery. If you're already on the Ryobi battery platform, then I would say this is a great saw for you. And if you don't have this 4 amp battery or even want some of the more powerful 18 volt batteries, I would recommend that you invest in that. Once you plug in this battery, I promise you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that my tool could perform at that level, because the battery does make a huge difference. I'll leave some links down in the shopping area of YouTube description down below where you can pick up this battery and a couple of other batteries that will up your circular saw game. Things I would love to see differently if Ryobi were to make this circular saw again. Like I said, the blade guard felt a little bit flimsy to me. Kind of a minor thing. I'm very nitpicky about that kind of stuff. Also, when I turned on the saw initially, it almost felt like it was like ding, 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 ding. It just wasn't as smooth. Didn't feel like it was gonna fall apart on me or anything like that. It's not as smooth and doesn't handle as well as some of the nicer tool brands. If you've ever bought a top-of-the-line tool, you just know what I'm talking about. They just have a different feel. Is it necessary to build things? No, not at all. I mean, you can make some amazing things using this circular saw. It's just kind of me being a little bit nitpicky. As far as dust collection goes, I was actually pretty impressed. I felt like my shop vac was catching a lot of the dust from this circular saw. Really, all I had to vacuum up was just like a little pile of dust down here at the bottom. You can see right here in this footage that there's some sawdust escaping. That's just the nature of a circular saw. So I'd say that this dust collection is actually very good, with the caveat that I don't really know who hooks up a circular saw to a shop vac. That's probably the only time I will ever hook up a shop vac to this circular saw. Whenever I'm using circular saws, like, I'm probably gonna be outside anyways. Like, I don't know, just to me, not really necessary, but I was actually pretty impressed by that. This blade, it's average. There's nothing special about it. If you're going to purchase probably any brand circular saw, you just need to go ahead and upgrade to a little bit nicer blade. But I mean, if you're in a pinch, it's fine. The cuts it made on this 2x4, they were fine. So that's nice. And as far as power goes, it was fine with the 2 amp battery, cut through that 1x6, cut through the 2x4, okay. But like I said, when you switch to this 4 amp battery, absolute game changer. I mean, that goes for any tool, not just this circular saw. Getting better batteries, it's something that's not exciting with woodworking. You always want to buy that new tool. You never, like buying a battery, it's like I can't even do anything new. But really, upgrading your batteries is a great way to upgrade the tools in your shop. Hey, if you enjoyed me reviewing this Ryobi circular saw, check out one of these 2 videos. In this video, I review this Ryobi router. It's not HP, so it's brushed. And in this video, I review this Milwaukee 5 3/8 inch circular saw, which I've talked a lot about in this video. So check out one of these videos. Can't wait to see you there.